Hello. Yes? Miss Betty? Yes. No, he's not here. No, I don't know. I don't have a clue. He spent 3 hours at the tailor and he's on his way. Well, personally, I don't care whether he shows up or whether he doesn't show up. Bye. Miss Betty driving everyone bananas. Bobby the Brain driving everyone bananas. Excuse me. I'm glad you could make it.
I can always make it.
Is it turkey time or?
Well, it has been ever since you started talking on this show. I just want to show the people how nice the holiday season is and how I'm in the mood. Nothing you can do it can bother me this week.
What is that? Are you supposed to be a pilgrim or something?
No, I'm the Easter Bunny.
You're the Easter Bunny.
What do you think I am?
The only similarity between you and the pilgrim is you both just got off the boat.
Be with you in a minute here, pal.
You bring any lunch with you? Any dinner or anything? Any turkey sandwiches or what have you?
No, don't need a turkey sandwich. I'm sitting next to one.
Well.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to make up my Thanksgiving list.
Oh, okay, great.
I'm going to have the world's biggest Thanksgiving party.
Uh-huh.
You better find something to do that day.
Am I invited?
Because you're not coming to the party.
I'm not invited? No, you're not going to have any peanut butter pie?
No peanut butter pie? Nothing for you.
Nothing for me. Well,
maybe stick around. Maybe we have to stuff the turkey with something.
Bobby the Brain Heenan reappearing here on Prime Time Wrestling after last week really shocked me. We have plenty of exciting matches lined up this week. Going to take a look at Ace Cowboy Bob Orton and his opposition, Billy Jack Haynes. Should be an interesting matchup. Our feature, the Rougeau brothers rapidly climbing the ladder of success here in the World Wrestling Federation against former tag team champions, the Moondogs, Rex and Spotty. None of your guys are here this week.
Pardon?
Oh, sorry.
I was admiring myself on the monitor.
Obviously.
Let me let my hair grow.
Also going to take a look at Salvatore Bellomo. And in fact, maybe we'll have a little guest appearance by one Salvatore Bellomo.
Oh, please.
And your latest acquisition, Hercules.
Hercules.
Who you spent a lot of money for.
Yes, I did.
All that action coming up. And tag team title match on the line. The women's champion, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai, putting their belts on the line against Penny Mitchell and Candice Perdue. In fact, let's go right now to the Boston Gardens for this tag team matchup.
Ladies. It's a costume rental joint here.
This match is for the World's Women's Tag Team Championship. One fall with a 30-minute time limit. First, the challengers from Springfield, Missouri, weighing 165 pounds, Penny Mitchell. And their partner from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 135 pounds, Candice Perdue. And the champions from Hawaii, weighing 167 pounds, Leilani Kai. And from Myrtle Beach, weighing 163 pounds, Judy Martin.
Judy Martin and Leilani Kai, the reigning women's tag team champions. Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside in the Boston Gardens with his lordship, Alfred Hayes.
Well, the champions definitely have an edge and experience here because both Candice Perdue and Penny Mitchell, well, not so much Penny Mitchell, but Candice Perdue do not have that wealth of experience that the champions have. But the champions do have youth on their side, and I've heard you say it before, Gorilla, there is no substitute for youth.
Absolutely none. Candice, any relation to the Chicken Man, Frank Perdue, do you think, Alfred? I don't know.
She certainly doesn't look like him, I can tell you that.
Leilani Kai waited a long time to get her hands on the championship belt, and she finally did. It was really just a question of time until she found the right partner, and she certainly has done that in Judy Martin. These two could do some devastating things inside that squared circle.
They really can. You know, one of the most amazing things here, Candice Perdue is giving up 30 pounds weight to any of these other girls in the ring, but she holds world weightlifting records. So she is a very strong young lady, and she's opted to start this match.
Well, usually these redheads are fiery, Alfred. It won't take long to find out. Leilani Kai starting for the championship team.
Leilani Kai, I would say right now, probably one of the best, if not the best, lady wrestlers in the whole of the world. Of course, Moolah wouldn't agree with that.
No, Nobody home as the fiery redhead got out of the way in a hurry. Oh, nice duck underneath there. Turned it into a hammerlock. She's trying anyway. Now she's got it with a leg trip. Takes the challenger down to the canvas. Nice grapevine in the legs there. Oh, Candice gets out of there very nicely. Leilani backing up saying, how about the clenched fist?
Yes.
She'd never hit anybody with a fist.
Oh, I didn't think she would for one moment.
Not that nice, clean-cut Hawaiian young lady.
Yeah.
Step over toe hold by Leilani. Oh, nice reversal.
That was a good reversal by the young Candice Perdue. Or is it Pardue?
Pardon?
I said Perdue.
Oh, I'm sorry. And a step over toe hold now reversed by Candice Perdue. And in comes Judy Martin to turn the tables. And here comes Penny. Well, we're getting a little back and forth here.
Yes.
As Candice Perdue now has the, well, now she doesn't.
Nice move by Pardue there. Oh, wow.
No tag made, but Penny decides to come in anyway.
Leilani Kai is suffering a little bit here. A nice leg drop on that left leg of Leilani Kai.
Referee will literally have his hands full with this one, Alfred.
I'm having nothing to do with that statement.
I didn't think you would. Trying to keep these four in any kind of a semblance of order will be a real job.
I think so. Penny Mitchell seems to have lost a little bit of weight since I last saw her, so she's obviously been working out very hard. Leilani Kai always very sharp.
Nice double leg takedown there.
She's a biggish lady, Leilani Kai, but she doesn't lack any speed or...
Whoa, almost counted out there was Penny Mitchell.
Yes.
She has the body scissors, but the shoulders were down.
That was almost a lapse of concentration there for a moment. Look out.
Look at this. Pulls her up with two hands full of hair and runs into her right hand. Oh, nice duck under into that leg trip. Look out, Judy maneuvering her way around to put herself in a more advantageous position.
Neither team at the moment seems to have the complete control of this match.
Oh, referee's got to break it now.
Yes, they're just feeling each other out, you might say.
There's the tag made.
In comes Judy Martin. Let's see what Judy can do, if anything, here.
Judy is kind of a nasty individual inside the ring.
She?
Atomic drop, well executed by Penny Mitchell. And look at this. In came Leilani, and she got the same horror treatment. There's the tag made. Candice steps in once again. Anything and everything is possible in the realm of professional wrestling. And here in the World Wrestling Federation, we continue to bring you the best in all professional wrestling. Slingshot in. Whoa, too far away for that move. Oh, drop kick, but nobody home. Slingshot coming up. Oh, did a nice forward roll to escape that. 1 foot drop kick, catches her. Look out, Leilani coming. She gets caught with one as well.
All four girls in the ring at the moment. And here they go together. Leilani Kai and her partner Judy Mitchell, they reversed it. Oh! Oh my word, in the confusion, they both gave each other, the world champions, a clothesline, and they look very close to losing their world championship.
Well, Leilani just pushed the referee out of the way as he was about to make the 3 count. I can't believe that. Referee let her get away with that.
Candice doing some really good work in there.
Oh, she went for a flying head scissors and got caught right in the middle of the move.
Until that moment. She's got a really nasty rope burn on her back, Candice Perdue, but I don't suppose she's worried about that at the moment. Wow! Oh my word. What a punishing move that was by Judy Martin.
That'll teach you to wear your hair long.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Knee to the midriff.
The experience is starting to show up, Alfred.
I think it is here, definitely. And they're working on the weaker link, or who they think is the weaker link of that team. And if anything...
Well, fans, several weeks ago we asked, in fact, right here on Prime Time Wrestling, who were the reigning women's tag team champions, and we now know that they are Judy Martin and one Leilani Kai. But their title in jeopardy in the Boston Garden. We'll be back to the conclusion in just a moment. We're back, fans, and about set to go back to the Boston Gardens. In the meantime, Bobby the Brain Pilgrim Heenan making out his special Thanksgiving Day list. Don't you have any friends? You got to look through the magazine to find names of
I wasn't
people
looking
that
for that. I have a lot of friends.
She may possibly be.
Oh, nice bridge on that move. It could be all over here. No.
What a good move that was by Leilani Kai on Candice Perdue there. Nice bridge, took her down, very competent, nicely executed, good slam. A foot to the upper chest.
She's trying to get back to her own side of the ring to make a tag, but it didn't work out that way.
Candice has got to get to her corner now. She's in a lot of trouble.
Outside the ring, let's go! 1, 2,
Referee screaming at Leilani Kai to get outside the ring.
Legal tag made.
Well, after all that trouble to get her out, she's tagged back in again.
1, 2, 3.
Could be all over here, no.
It looks to me, Gorilla, like the world champions are just toying with their challengers at the moment.
Dangerous thing to do with the title on the line, but
it is, because they're a little complacent. And I don't think they've really been worried too much so far, except when Penny Mitchell was in. She gave them a lot to think about. And she's pretty fresh on the outside and eager to come in again.
we're really doing a double team number here on Candice Perdue. Or Pardue.
Pardue. Yes, you may be reprimanded again if you're not careful for saying Perdue.
Penny running up and down the apron, wants to get back into this match. It's not going to happen unless her partner gets over there and makes the tag. Look too good for the challengers right at this particular point in time.
It really doesn't, and they're incurring the wrath of the crowd here. Penny Mitchell trying to come in, but the referee sending her up, which distracts him and leaves the champions to work over Candice Perdue again.
Slingshot coming up. Put her head down. She got the momentum, but not. Oh, look at her legs were too short to hook the shoulders.
Couldn't get them to hook there properly.
That would have been a good time to make the tag right there for Candice, although she didn't see fit to do that. Double axe handle, but it dropped on her own partner. There's the tag as Penny steps in. 1 foot drop kick. Boy, she came down hard.
Penny Mitchell waited there, took her opportunity, sized her opponent up and gave that drop kick. And she seems to have done a lot of damage here to Judy Martin, who is desperately trying to tag out. She makes that tag.
Oh, coming in the hard way. Right over the top. Slam coming up. Oh, that jarred her. Referee right over there, but couldn't make the 3 count.
No, Leilani Kai's a little bit fresh at the moment, too fresh to be caught by that.
Fireman's carry. Perhaps an airplane spin.
What a tremendous move there by Penny Mitchell.
Could have new champions right here. No. Judy comes in, makes the save. Here comes Candice. All 4 girls in the ring right now. Pandemonium here in the Boston Garden.
Penny Mitchell going up.
Pile driver.
By Judy Mitchell.
No.
Put her out. Oh, my word. They call that the drip dry in England, and it certainly worked here. Hung her out like washing.
Drip dry indeed.
She did. And the washing is laying there on her back. and the champions have retained their championship.
They certainly have.
The winners and still champions, Leilani Kai and Judy Martin.
Penny Mitchell not faring too well in this matchup. She started like a house of fire here right after that hot tag was given to her. But here comes Judy to make the save.
Judy made a
Now
good
watch
save
this. As the referee is distracted by Candice, as he thought Judy was going out, and look at this sneaky move here.
Judy takes her in there, pulls her right up, and then pushes her out like the washing. There's the drip dry. Boom! Down she goes. There's no way she could have got up from that, which leaves it fairly easy for Leilani Kai, who was the legal one in the ring, to come around behind the referee's back, and there it is, 1, 2, 3.
Had a handful of tights as well.
Yes. Just
On the victory, Leilani Kai and her partner, Judy Martin, still reigning the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Tag Team Champions. We'll be back.
Super, I'll put you
Well,
down.
the ladies
Okay, dear.
certainly
Okay.
had an easy time in the Boston Gardens of retaining
I miss you
their
too. Bye-bye.
Miss Betty?
No, Moolah.
Mula, is she on the list?
She is coming. This is going to be the biggest bash ever.
Well, let me ask you, why don't you have a chalkboard and a piece of chalk? There weren't any legal pads during the era of the Pilgrims.
No.
You know, if you're going to be
The
authentic.
only one that was around during the Pilgrim time was Moolah.
Who's on there? Anybody I know on that list?
Oh, yeah. Heenan's there, Orndorff, Bundy.
Oh, that's it. Don't go any farther. You invite him, don't invite anybody else. There won't be enough turkey.
You saying the
leave
man's
it.
a glutton?
Yes, I am.
No, he's not.
Oh, who else you got?
The King's coming?
Oh,
Hercules?
Is he bringing the spread or what?
No, he's bringing the King.
Okay.
Jimmy, the Snake's coming. I got Slick coming.
Oh, jeez.
What a party this is going to be. Blassie.
Are they all-
Matilda's coming.
They all
Let's
going
just
to
keep
get
the flies
released in
off the
time
food.
to make it? We're back, fans, and it's my pleasure at this point in time here on Prime Time Wrestling to introduce to you one of the most outstanding wrestlers that come to the World Wrestling Federation in quite some time, the very exciting Salvatore Bellomo. Sal, welcome to
Gino.
Prime
How
Time
are
Wrestling.
you?
Of course, you know Mr. Pilgrim.
Expected
What a poor substitution for a Pilgrim I've ever seen in my life. Sal, why don't you enlighten us as to how Thanksgiving is handled in Italy, for example?
Well, Italy, we don't have any Thanksgiving. But I have to say one thing, since I'm in America myself, and I think one of the first Thanksgiving I have in America was your invitation a few years
yes,
ago.
that's true. But I mean, Sal, the Italians that immigrated to America, now that they're here, how do they celebrate?
Well, we just we buy a big turkey. Well,
Buy a big turkey.
American tradition.
You got a big turkey
And
right here.
We got
Sal.
our
Here's
one,
for
is
you.
right, okay. And I think this tradition is beautiful, and I think American people have a nice way to celebrate family way. Like Thanksgiving, I didn't know what it was, but I think it's beautiful.
Thank you, Sal.
Happy
Let's go to the
Thanksgiving
match
to you.
right now. Salvatore Bellomo and Hercules.
Now, I failed to notice when he came to the ring, was he wearing that Hercules harness that he usually wears, or has he forsaken that too?
He was wearing some gauntlets around his wrist, but I didn't see the leather attire. Oh, look at that. Treating Bellomo like a rag doll.
Oh, God. He just threw him away there, tossed him away.
Salvatore, no slouch in the world of professional wrestling. Well experienced, well traveled, very ring knowledgeable.
He is, and Hercules is such a powerhouse. I wonder if Bellomo's wrestling skills will be able to combat against this obvious powerhouse Hercules.
Not treating him with much respect, is he?
No, he's not. He really isn't. Oh, gosh.
That's the wrong approach.
Really, I wonder why Bellomo did that, because Bellomo is a very knowledgeable young man, a good wrestler. He must have a game plan. Surely that's not part of it.
Bellomo with a side headlock, trying to figure out the big Herc. There's no figuring out. The guy's a big powerhouse, and you don't go right against his strength. You use your speed and your agility and your mastery of the wrestling moves and his European style of wrestling. Unfortunately, none of that happening at the moment.
No, and if you don't, I was going to say this is what happens to you. Bellomo started this belt off the wrong way against Hercules. That's better.
Oh, there's a nice drop kick by Bellomo. Snap Bear tried to take him over. No excuse.
Oh, gosh. The power of Hercules then was so obvious.
Just pulled his neck and said, no, no, I'm not going to take this snapmare from you.
Oh, my word. Oh.
Bellomo wishing he were back in Sicily at the moment.
Yes.
Or on the Isle of Capri.
Yes.
And somewhere other than here in the ring with Hercules.
Yes, or Napoli or Roma.
He's certainly on the receiving end. I'm surprised that the Brain is indeed not in attendance.
I wonder why. He must be out signing somebody else up. He's trying to enhance his withholdings.
Well, after he laid out all that heavy bread, maybe he got another job, a day job or a night job or something. A whole heap of money there in the bank that he just, Slick just opened up a big, like a shopping bag and stuffed all that money. I wonder if Blassie's going to get his cut of that money.
I doubt it very much. I'd like to see those three arguing about money, wouldn't you?
Wow.
I think Heenan would beat them all, mind you, if it came to that.
I don't know. That Slickster is a pretty shady individual.
Yes. You think he has money?
Standing
Oh,
drop
look.
kick by Bellomo. Caught the big guy right in the kisser, but not enough to knock him down. And Bellomo nonchalantly wanders in there and gets caught with a knee.
Oh, it was hard right there. I heard that right from here. Bone-crushing blow to the jaw.
Hernandez has the look on his face, excuse me, Alfred, of saying, this is it. I'm tired of playing
Yes,
with
I
this
think
Italian.
he is. I think he's absolutely...
Oh, there it goes.
Oh! They don't get out of this, I don't think.
The horizontal backbreaker, one of the most difficult holds to apply in all of professional wrestling, and nobody does it any better than that guy right there, Hercules. Bellomo will need to be on a retreat after this one is over. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this match by submission, Hercules.
By submission, indeed.
Hercules just made an example of him and reached underneath, took him up in this difficult hold, stretched him from the left leg to the upper part of his jaw, pulled him over, and there's no way you can not give in against that.
Tried to make a little rigatoni out of our friend Salvatore Bellomo.
And then he put a little bit of cream on the cake this way. Boom! Oh, God.
Adding insult to injury, Hercules. Look out, everyone in the World Wrestling Federation. We'll be back. Hercules, a devastating individual, and now a new look since he's come under the tutelage of one Pilgrim Brain Heenan.
Well, you know, I don't...
How much money changed hands? Incidentally, talking about money, letter here from Frank Tunney. Jack Tunney, excuse me.
You know, like I was saying about
Every
Hercules...
check came back marked insufficient funds. What kind of baloney is this?
No way, it couldn't have.
Well, there they are. You still owe, pal.
Where is Jack Tunney's office located?
In Toronto.
See, that's those Canadian banks. You can't go by them. I'll handle this thing. Don't worry about that at all. Like I was saying about Hercules Hernandez, have you noticed the change in him?
No, you got a haircut and a shave.
Right? Is he a little more vicious?
Yeah,
Does
somewhat.
he look like he's maybe a little more powerful?
Well, it looks like he
that's
hasn't
because
eaten
of the
too well
brain.
lately.
He's been eating great.
Special interview coming up, fans.
Where's Bellomo?
with the
I'd like to wish
reigning
him a
tag
happy
team
Turkey Day.
champions, the British Bulldogs.
Thank you very much, Gorilla Monsoon, and of course, your co-host, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Bobby Heenan, you must give credit where it's due, manager extraordinaire here in the World Wrestling Federation. In fact, so many tag teams are looking towards managers. You have the Dream Team with Greg the Hammer Valentine or Brutus Beefcake with their manager, Luscious Johnny V. Brett the Hitman, Jim the Anvil. The Hart Foundation with, of course, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik have the Doctor of Style, Slick. And now the tag team champions, the Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith, have a mascot of their own, if you will, Matilda.
You know what, Killer Ken? You just named off all the tag team combinations trying to get these belts from the British Bulldogs. And you also named off the tag team combinations managers, I should say. And all those managers, what you named off, Killer Ken, they're all real bad managers, and they'll do anything to interfere so the other guys will win. So we went out and we got Matilda, our new mascot, to make sure that none of the managers will interfere no more.
And speaking of that, Dynamite, when we were talking off camera a minute ago, how much of a power bite did you tell me Matilda has?
You know something, Casey? She's got something like a 75-pound to an 80-pound pressure bite. With it being an all-English bulldog, the jaws do lock. So anybody who interferes with the British Bulldogs outside the ring and Matilda's there, then they could be in big trouble, Ken. But let me tell you something. I talked to Matilda this morning. Excuse me for 1 minute. For a second. What's that, Matilda? Okay. So Matilda's told me, Ken, she said, Dynamite, Davy Boy, we shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them in the air. We shall fight them in the wrestling ring. And yes, Bulldogs, you shall conquer. What do you think about that, Ken?
Dynamite, I had no idea Matilda was that intelligent.
She went to the best dog school in England, Ken.
What school was that, Dynamite?
Dr. Doolittle's.
I should have known. They are indeed the tag team champions, Dynamite Kid, Davy Boy Smith, and their mascot, Matilda. We'll be back with more Prime Time right after this.
Yes, I'll hold.
You know, it's obvious that some people
Yes,
have other things they think
Terry
they have to do
Garvin,
than
please.
handle,
Yes.
handle what they have to do here.
Hey, Terry. Yeah. No, it's a gorilla.
I'm handling things
Well,
here now.
go ahead and handle him. Yes.
Well, we're
Yeah,
going
I
to go
need
to a
you do
match
that
right
favor
now
for me.
between Billy Jack Haynes
I don't
and
care what it
Cowboy
costs.
Ace Bob Orton.
Yeah, price is of no consequence. Just get it here. Thanks. We're going to join this match in
Wait a minute,
progress,
I was
Wrestling
gonna
fans,
say
so
that.
Let's go down to ringside right now.
That's my phone.
Come on, Turkey. We're going this way.
Was Billy Jack Haynes, who strung together 4 or 5 moves so well, which is the hallmark of a very good wrestler.
Boy, you can say that again. Well, I think they both have a little bit more respect for each other at this particular point in time. Look out, atomic drop coming up. Boy's holding him up there a long time. He nailed him with it.
Oh, what accuracy and precision here by Haynes. Oh, that was really nicely done.
Orton, I think, rammed that top deltoid right into the steel post, and now Billy Jack going to work on it.
What I liked about that move from Haynes was at any moment he could have changed that into a back suplex if he'd wished. So he had the advantage both ways there.
He had him so high in the air, there really isn't anything Orton could do about it. Now look at the leverage involved here with this hammerlock as he steps right in with a left foot. Applies an awful lot of pressure on that downward motion.
One thing Billy Jack is demonstrating here is he's got the wrestling skills to actually beat Orton just with sheer wrestling.
Boy, that takes quite an individual to be able to do that. Possible backbreaker here could be executed by Orton. Maybe not. He's turning them loose. Tremendous amount of pain being applied to that left arm and shoulder.
A lot of pressure there by Billy Jack Haynes on that left arm of Bob Orton's, and it was only the way he had that nicely clamped on there that Bob Orton couldn't pick him up and slam him.
Constantly thinking inside the squared circle. That's what professional wrestling is all about. If you don't have that ability to think 2 or 3 moves ahead of your opponent, you'll always end up with the short end of the money.
Really.
Duck underneath, high cross body. Caught him by surprise. Hooks the leg, but I don't think he'd be able to hold Bobby down with that particular move.
No, right at the beginning there, unfortunately, it was a little bit high and lost his balance. Otherwise, I think he would have had Orton there.
And going back to that left arm and shoulder once again with this wrist lock, an outside wrist lock, the most painful of all of them.
Yes, Haynes is not going to stop working on that left arm of Orton. I wonder if he thinks that that is his weak part.
Well, if it isn't, he's going to make it.
Yes. Oh, nice block.
Blocked by Billy Jack, and rams Orton's head right into that top turnbuckle and goes right back to work on the left arm again.
And you'll notice, Gorilla, there is no complacency left in Orton now, as there was at the beginning of their match.
Well, now he's trying to get whatever he can get and hope that it's enough to get him through this match. Of course, with the likes of the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart at ringside, anything and everything can happen.
At any moment, absolutely. Bob Orton is very resilient. Yes, go ahead.
And it probably will.
Yes, absolutely.
Knowing the Mouth of the South.
He is there, round there, prodding and poking verbally, of course, at Haynes and trying to distract him. Nice move. There is that scoop slam.
He didn't turn loose of the arm, though. He still got a hold of it. All the leverage took it over. There's got to be an awful lot of pain involved with that particular move, or Orton would never have gone over.
No, still working on that left arm. That was really well done by Haynes there, because that was a good scoop slam that Orton performed. And yet he's still wound up on the wrong end of the stick.
Look at Jimmy Hart screaming about foot being on the rope. Referee does see it now, but well, he should make him break it anyway, Alfred.
Yes, I think the referee should have broken that. He was I think Hart does have a point there. Referee was
when you
wrong.
don't know, you just don't know.
No.
Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside in the Boston Garden with my colleague and longtime friend, Lord Alfred Hayes, the man about town of the World Wrestling Federation.
I don't know which town that is, Gorilla. I've been thrown out of most of them.
Well, you do resemble that remark as well. Turned it into a front face lock, but Orton knows how to take advantage of every situation. Plants a shoulder right into that lower abdomen and made him turn it loose immediately.
Isn't he a punishing, grueling wrestler, Bob Orton?
Well, it comes from being growing up in a wrestling family. It's hard not to absorb all that stuff as you...
No, look at him. He's taken tremendous punishment, but he's still there and he's ready to dish out a lot more. Oh.
Can't believe he did that with his left arm.
No, and he took his time too in doing it. Haynes, I think, set him up for that more or less.
Billy Jack really ringing it out here now with this arm wringer. He's been at least 5 or 8 minutes now working on that left arm and shoulder. A lesser man would have given up a long time ago.
I think so, definitely.
Concerned look on the face of the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and rightfully so. He might be hurt too before this is over.
He might be
He
hurt
has a
in
tendency to stick his
several
nose
ways.
in.
Hurt in his pocket,
Yes.
hurt mentally, physically, everything.
Come on, baby, you can do it, Bob. Come on up, Daddy. You can
Shouting words of encouragement through that megaphone. Uh-oh, wow.
Orton always seems to come up with some move, whether it's in the book or out of it, to escape from some of these situations he gets himself into.
Well, that was Billy Jack's fault, Alfred. He was standing in front of the man and not really doing anything, and that enabled him to get caught in that particular situation.
Yes.
Had he been ringing on that arm like he was earlier on, that would have never happened.
Yes. He's paying the price now, Gorilla. Look at him.
Best check the molars after a couple of those shots.
Now you got him. He doesn't know where he is, Hayes. You got it right where you want it, baby. Right where you want it.
Scoop slam by the Cowboy. Possible backbreaker.
Singing over the ropes.
Oh, hooked him in a small package. Could be all over here. No.
Oh, I'm sure that's made Orton think quite several times there.
Close, but no cigar for Mr. Orton.
No, that was a good move by Haynes.
Toe-to-toe now. Oh, look at the leverage move. He got a handful of tights as well, forcing Billy Jack outside onto the hardwood floor here. And underneath that hardwood floor is ice.
Yes, he pulled those tights there, and Billy Jack Haynes just couldn't stop him doing that, and he's right out of the ring.
Both men going to the outside now. Backbreaker.
There you go. There you go now, Bobby.
Well, Orton's smart enough to bail in and break the count of the referee, or they both would have been counted out there on the floor. Being admonished now, but he's done quite a bit of damage to the youngster.
2, 3, 4.
The referee here forcing the count on Haynes, and really I think he should have given him just a little more breathing time outside the ring after something like that.
Measuring, being measured now by the ace. Amazing how earlier on everything was going away a bit. Look at this sunset flip from the outside. Got the shoulders down, 1, 2 count now. Couldn't hold him down there. I think he was in a little bit too much pain, Alfred, to really
Yes, he was,
apply
definitely.
any kind of pressure.
And he was still semi-stunned from that blow outside the ring, and now he's even more than stunned from that punishing right that Orton just hit him with.
Look at that, unloading now with lefts and rights. Just like a punching bag, he's going to work on the powerhouse from Portland, Oregon. Sort of a bar and chancery there, and then placed his knee right in the back of the neck.
So well done.
Over for the cover.
I think if Orton had taken a leg there and pulled it in, he would have got the 1, 2, 3. But once again, when Orton gets on top of his man, he seems to be a little complacent. Is that the teachings of Jimmy Hart?
That's an attitude problem, Alfred.
I think it is, because before he was much more effective when all he thought about was just pinning his man or beating him.
That's what it's all about, winning.
In fact, look at Orton now. He was right on top. Now he's slowed down, and he seems to be taking his time.
Gone to this reverse chin lock. Maybe he's running out of gas, Alfred.
Yes, he should be. I think any normal man would have done 5 minutes ago. Or should I say any normal wrestler. These two, of course, way above a cup above that.
Good shot of the many banners hanging from the ceiling here in the Boston Garden, a tribute to the Boston Celtics. Oh, look at that deliberate eye rake. Taking a side headlock and then dragging his face across that top rope. If Billy Jack has got to mount some kind of offense here, Alfred, or it's sayonara.
It really is, because this last 5 or 6 minutes, he just has done nothing at all, and that's even worse. Taking his time again. Look at how complacent. Never been in there.
What a nonchalant cover. That could turn out to be. Well, that's a problem you sometimes have. You become a little lackadaisical about what you're doing inside that squared circle. You better not do that when they're in there with the likes of one Billy Jack Haynes, who can put you away at the slightest little mistake. This one a long way from being over in Beantown. We'll be back. Don't go away. Just taking a look at the cavalcade of superstars here in the new World Wrestling Federation magazine, but you want to...
my picture.
I don't want to show me a picture. We don't have time to show me. Just the one you mean that in this, please.
Yes.
Let's go back to ringside.
You want to sell that book or not?
To be the undoings of one Ace Orton. Atomic drop, nailed him with it.
I think he wants to punish him more and more and more. Maybe he knows that Roddy Piper's... No, here he is. Oh. Maybe Orton knows Piper is watching this and he's showing him, this is what I can do.
Well, I wouldn't take those kind of chances if I were he, because a guy like Billy Jack puts you away with one move.
Yes, he can. It can happen anytime. He can stop you stone dead right in your tracks. And this could happen to Orton because he's become most cavalier in his attitude.
Very complacent about what he's doing inside that squared circle. Front face lock now. Really doesn't have it applied all that well. Looks like a chokehold from here.
It is dangerously close to the throat, but the referee's right on top of that. He's checking that very, very closely.
The trouble is he needs to be underneath it, Alfred, not on top of it. He needs to get down in there and reach his hand in there. That's the only way you can really tell with a front face lock whether it's a choke or not. This crowd here in the Boston Garden coming to life, trying to put some life back into Billy Jack.
They're willing him to get up from this hold.
Amazing how the crowd can get your adrenaline flowing and make you do some things you really don't particularly care to do.
Absolutely, and he's doing that. He is doing the impossible. He's coming out of that now.
Not a whole lot of power behind that one. That one had a little bit more behind it. Billy Jack coming to life here in the Boston Garden. Shoulder block sends a cowboy down. Watch out. Whoa, boy, did he measure for that one.
Yes, Orton is a wily, well, you could say veteran, although he's quite young, but he's a wily veteran of the ring. He knows every inch how to use it.
Billy Jack got to be thinking to himself, boy, that seemed like a good idea at the time for me to do that. Then I ran right into that boot. Oh, clothesline job! Right on the top rope. That could be construed as a disqualification, Alfred.
It could.
Very deliberate move like that.
And the referee is remonstrating now with Billy Jack Haynes about that.
In the meantime, the Cowboy is trying to get some air into the lungs. Both men ripe for the picking right now.
I think so, definitely. Cowboy taking his time, but he was hurt on that top rope. And it's difficult to suck air through your throat when you have something like that done to you.
Extremely difficult. Oh, what a reverse knife edge. Winding him up here. Oh, he hit hard. Oh, came up with the knee right out of nowhere. Caught Billy Jack right on the side of the face. And once more, the henchman is taking control of this match.
Look at this suplex.
Oh, he's going for the superplex. Got him set up there, sitting high atop the top turnbuckle.
Oh,
now he's climbing up himself. Here it comes. He waited too long. Little hesitation there. Excuse me. I think Orton learned a lesson there.
I think he must have. I think Orton thought he had this all sewn up right there and then taking his time and doing that. Nice clothesline off the middle ropes by Billy Jack Haynes.
Billy Jack reaching down for something extra. That intestinal fortitude comes into play right now. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that full Nelson.
Yes, and suddenly it's a different story altogether for Orton because he's on the receiving end of everything now.
Tide has certainly turned. Irish whip in. Oh, nice elbow. Orton goes flying out upside down, just hanging off the apron.
Orton hit that apron really hard, and that's an iron edge to that apron. That can knock all the wind out of you completely.
Nice knee lift, well placed.
Once again down. What's Billy Jack going to do?
Oh, double axe handle right underneath the chin. This could be all she wrote here for the Cowboy.
Oh! How did he do that? Oh, I thought he was definitely out of the picture altogether there. A foot to the side of the head, but...
The lumberjack can't believe it, Alfred. I don't believe it myself. Another Irish whip in. Oh, look at that, he put his head down. Can't make those kind of mistakes with a ring veteran like Orton.
No, and Haynes has shown one or two like rookie moves, you might say. A little inexperience. He was caught with a big foot coming off the ropes. He was caught with a big knee going into the turnbuckle, and now he was caught again, putting his head down.
The next mistake either one of these gentlemen makes will cost them the match. Because they're both about out of it right
what
here.
A vicious knife edge there.
And another one, straightened him right out. Oh, almost knocked him backwards over that top rope. All Haynes now.
Haynes seems to have found some extra strength there from somewhere. It's either his third or second wind he's working. And look at him now.
Oh, look at the mouth of the South right up there to turn his man loose, and he does that successfully.
And
now scoots around the other side of the ring so the referee won't see him.
Exactly. While the referee wasn't watching, he did that, so the referee cannot say anything there.
Oh, and now it's Haynes who caught one right in the lower abdomen, sprawled out on the hardwood floor here in the Boston Garden.
That is not a good place to be because Orton is coming out after him.
Drops one right on the back of the neck.
Orton's going to ram his head into that.
Oh, he wanted to, and he got thrown off instead right into the steel post, right into that already well-worked on left arm and shoulder. The mouth saying, what are you doing?
What is he doing? He's suffering right now, that's what he's doing. And he's going to suffer a lot more if Billy Jack can bring pressure to bear upon him.
Sleeper hold. Oh, nice maneuver. As both men go tumbling out. Ace over the top rope. Billy Jack through the middle. Looks like Billy Jack got the worst of it.
He really did. He tried to cling hold of that middle rope as they both went out, but it didn't quite work out that way. And Orton catches him coming back into the ring.
And Orton gets rid of him once more. How are you going to beat the guy by throwing him outside the ring? I don't understand that kind of strategy.
No, I don't think so.
Is he looking for a count out?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what was in his mind there. Maybe get rid of him. He's a menace in the ring. The point is, it's a good place, but unfortunately Haynes didn't take advantage of that. He was only out of the ring for a 5 count. He should have stayed out a whole lot longer.
He clipped him right on the chin with one of those chops. Oh, reversal. And another high knee by the Cowboy. He's got that move down, Pat.
I can't believe the way these two men have been going at it hammer and tongs, and they're still standing up, still there.
Handful of hair sends him into the top turnbuckle once again. Look at that side bear takeover.
A little complacent, not grabbing that leg. I don't think he's got the strength now. I think Orton is just going through the motions. Oh, gosh. But Billy Jack Haynes certainly isn't going through the
That
motions
wasn't going
only.
through the motions, I'll tell you that. You can hear the smack of the flesh all the way up to the north end where Paul Revere rode through.
A lot of power, a lot of strength behind. It's got him.
Whoa,
Ow.
coming down for the 3 count. Didn't quite get it.
That's the second time Orton has been so close to being counted down.
As our own colleague, Mean Gene would say, only in horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh, there goes the bell now. I believe the time limit has expired.
Oh,
and so have both of these wrestlers.
Really? They're going to fill this one for a long, long time to come.
I think that they're both glad that it's over, Alvin.
Yes, I saw Orton grabbing that left shoulder. He can't lift his left arm up, in fact.
Let's go up and get the official word.
Limit has elapsed. The official decision, a draw.
Time limit elapsed. Both wrestlers about to collapse on this.
Yes.
Boy, what a hard-fought battle here in the Boston Garden between Ace Cowboy Bob Orton and Billy Jack Haynes. And look at Jimmy Hart claiming victory.
I certainly take my hat off to both those men. They did go at it hammer and tongue as hard as they could. And, well, fortunately, in one way, there wasn't really a decisive verdict, either for or against.
Can you hear me? Listen. The people at the Boston Garden paid their money to see a fight to the finish, punk. Now let's finish it, Orton, right here, man.
He wants to finish it. Oh, he got caught coming in by Ace.
He may have done the wrong thing here.
Oh, reversal. Oh, there's the full Nelson. He almost got it on. Orton's gone. Look at him hightail it out of the Boston Garden. A moral victory, if nothing else, for Billy Jack Haynes here in the Boston Garden, as the fans certainly appreciate the effort of this youngster. Plenty more action still to come. We'll be back. Well, moral victory indeed, but I don't know. Billy Jack Haynes found that he had his hands full with the ring master, the
Hello.
Hercules. One of your pilgrim friends?
You're kidding. Great.
Well,
Glad to hear it. Thank you.
is the dinner canceled or what?
Oh, no, the dinner's on. I have one more place left for a guest.
Well, who's that? Who's it going to be?
We would like you to be guest of honor. We'd like you to sit down and have dinner with Moolah, myself, Orndorff, the King, Harley Race, Bundy, Stud, Hercules, Morocco, Snake, Jimmy Hart, Fuji, Slick, Johnny V, Brutus Beefcake, Greg the Hammer Valentine, the Sheik, Volkov, Bret Hart, Neihart, Blassie, the Natural.
You know, that's
Please
a
join
time.
us.
That's a time of the year, Bobby, when you're supposed to be with people that you love, your close family, and
Well, we'd love to have you.
yeah, I'm sure you would, but you won't. You can bet on it. You can go to the bank with it.
I've been to the bank.
Yeah, you certainly have. We'll be back. We're back, fans. You know, I'm getting the feeling that you're trying to humiliate the whole idea of Thanksgiving and to belittle the pilgrims who, unlike you, were not born with a silver spoon in their mouth, who came over here deprived and looking for a new start in life. And I think you're trying to humiliate
You're right.
everyone.
I apologize. And for all you people out there that can't have Thanksgiving and it's not going to be the happy season for you, tough.
Let's go to the ring, wrestling fans. Coco doing his thing in the ring, and you can bet that Jimmy Jack is always prepared to do his thing.
Yes, and there's no way that Coco's going to psych out Jimmy Jack Funk, because there's nothing upstairs to be psyched out. He is a powerful young man, Jimmy Jack Funk, and he does have some extraordinarily good wrestling moves. So Coco beware, I think, should beware.
Absolutely. A little play on words there. Very nicely done, Alfred.
Thank you, Gorilla. Thank you very much.
Very nicely done.
He's a well put together young man, Coco, huh?
Yes, he is. A lot of spring in the legs and a lot of enthusiasm.
Yes, he has powerful thighs. I think he would have made a good running fullback or halfback.
Oh, tremendous shot by a number 4 handheld camera right over the shoulder of Frankie.
Yes.
Right into the action.
Now, that really is a bird's eye view, is it not?
It is a bird's eye view. Sooner or later, these two guys are going to touch each other.
Yes. I don't think Jimmy Jack Funk can quite make out Coco Beware, but then
There
again,
we go.
he has difficulty making out most of his opponents.
Threatening with a big right hand, now reverses the arm wringer now very nicely.
I wonder, Gorilla, that Jimmy Jack doesn't just do it, call himself the Lone Ranger and say that's
Be
it.
done with it.
Be done with it, yes. I mean, he lives his life. He might as well call himself that too.
Well, we all had our heroes when we were growing up, Alfred. I guess he's entitled to have his, but you know, he's everywhere with that. I see him in airports, restaurants, hotel lobbies. He's always got that mask on.
Yes. I don't suppose there's any deformity that he's trying to hide, or what? What do you think?
I don't know. I've never seen him without it.
No, I've never seen him without it.
Going to work.
He looks to be quite normal. I can't see any protuberances except for his nose.
Uh-oh, look out. Got rid of him. Nice leapfrog. Arm drag. Quick. Coco is quick.
He really is.
Billy Jack doing the smart thing.
Whether he knows it or not. Coco Beware can string together some very nice moves, and he certainly is making an impression in the WWF more quickly than most newcomers to the WWF have made.
How can you ignore a guy that comes out with a pet like that?
Yes, look at it. I'd like to hear one of its words of wisdom. Well, maybe not on this program.
Well, maybe not. I had a pet years ago, Alfred, just like that, a parrot. I had to get rid of it. Yes.
Why was that?
He was suffering from hypertension. Constantly wanted to bite everything in sight.
Oh, gosh. I think this one wants to say nasty things to people.
A little test of strength, perhaps. No, change his mind.
Well, he's quite vociferous at times, our Mr. Goodnight.
The most dangerous and unpredictable of all the Funk brothers.
Yes.
Kept this one locked up in the bunkhouse for quite some time.
They told me, yes, that he wasn't allowed off the farm or the ranch or whatever they have down there in Amarillo, Texas.
Double Cross Ranch.
Yes.
Shoulders are down there. Oh, only momentarily.
It's quite a huge place, the Double Cross Ranch, too. It's near Canyon.
I would like to see a tag team match between the Funk brothers and Coco Beware and the Junkyard Dog.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
Whose music would they play?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Or maybe both. I don't know.
I bet
Coco trying to come out of this.
I think the Parrot would appreciate Junkyard Dog.
Yes, he would.
Well, I would have thought that Jimmy Jack would have won this test of strength. He's much bigger than Coco, but apparently he's not going to.
Oh, look at the leverage here.
Oh!
Drop kick right out of nowhere. Whoa, excuse me, I'm leaving.
What a ripping shot to the jaw that was by Coco Beware. It was almost like an uppercut.
Let's go back and take a quick look at that beautiful maneuver.
Look at that, boom, with the right foot right to the bottom of the jaw. That's the knockout area. It's a wonder Billy Jack's up on his feet again.
Drop kicked right into the kisser.
Yes, nearly knocked his jaw right off and took his head off with it.
Too bad he didn't knock his mask off.
Top wrist lock there by Jimmy Jack, and that's unusual because he doesn't usually put the first wrestling move on.
Where, Alfred, do you go and find someone who will put parrots on your wrestling tights? Is that a Carl and Hildegard trademark now, or?
I don't know.
When you and I were wrestling, you either had black or red or white.
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah, I rather preferred black. I always liked black.
And if you really went all out, you had your initials on there. But that was it.
Yes.
Uh-oh, going to work on the left arm and shoulder. Jimmy Jack Funk. Is Coco Beware, and he's got that leg really ripped in there now. Smart maneuver.
Yes.
Or unconscious, either one of the two.
There's a couple of things that have emerged here, Gorilla. One is Coco Beware is finding out that Jimmy Jack is not going to be a pushover, whether he lacks that little bit of intelligentsia upstairs or not. And the other thing is, I think that Jimmy Jack is beginning to get a little respect for Coco Beware.
I think you're right on both counts.
So at the moment, we've got two men treating each other with much more respect than they did right in the beginning of this match.
Well, treating with respect indeed in the Boston Garden. A very important match in the career of both of these individuals, for the Lone Ranger and for Coco Beware.
Happy Thanksgiving, Monsoon.
Please, give me a break. Don't even say anything. You disgust me this week. We'll be back with the conclusion in a moment. Coco Beware lighting up Boston Garden along with Frankie.
I'd like to have a hold of Frankie.
I'm sure you
around
would.
This time of the year.
You'd probably wring its neck.
He'd be in a pot, I'll guarantee you that. Happy Thanksgiving, people.
What a disgusting, disgusting individual. Let's go back.
Can't wait to Christmas.
Oh, short whip into the corner there. Follows him right in, but a little bit late as the speed of Coco got him out of there. Billy Jack, I think, kind of wishing he were somewhere else.
Yes, I think he's very uncomfortable in here against Coco. I've seen Jimmy Jack come up with some great victories where he's never really been challenged all the way through the match. But here he is, and he's getting a lot of attention from Coco Beware.
Oh, backslide coming up. Who's going to get it? The Birdman's arms are flapping around. It doesn't appear that he has the leverage to get him over here, though. Oh, yes, he does. Shoulders are down. 2 count. Whoa. 3 was on the way down. The bell had almost sounded.
Yes.
I could hear the bell ringing.
Well, I saw our bell ringer with his hammer poised there, and it was very, very close. Jimmy Jack Funk, I think, can thank his lucky stars he managed to power out of that.
I think the difference in weight saved them there.
Yes. But it just shows that the Birdman is a very strong person, because that was sheer power that forced Funk onto his back for that near pin fall.
But that good upper body strength, which seems to make up for his lack of height at times.
Yes, well, if you remember in the olden days, those short, stubby wrestlers like Coco Beware always gave a lot of trouble to taller wrestlers. They seem to be able to get underneath you and shift your belt more easily. But now, of course, taller wrestlers have learned balance.
Jimmy Jack screaming something there. Couldn't really hear what he was saying. Probably asking for mercy. Shoulder block, nicely executed. Dropped down quickly by Jimmy Jack. Got up in a hurry. Power slam job.
Good move there. First good move that Jimmy Jack has shown, and the first attempt at a pinfall, which was very, very close too.
Snapmare takes the youngster over, an elbow, but nobody home.
Coco just managed him to get away from that, because I'm sure that would have been lights out for Coco Beware there.
I couldn't believe that Jimmy Jack didn't come right back and go for another slam. Chose to go to the elbow drop.
Yes. Jimmy Jack using his 260 pounds and that weight advantage now to battle and bruise his way through.
Clotheslined him right on the top rope. Referee threatening to ring the bell here. Well, when they start threatening you, that means they're not going to ring it.
They're not going to do it. It's a very borderline thing to do. I don't think it's a high-risk move, because we saw this referee earlier not allow a disqualification in that particular move.
Well, Jimmy Jack just screamed out, if you want him, you can have him. And with that, he just threw Coco right outside onto the hardwood floor here in the Boston Garden.
Coco's
Not
having
the
some
place
trouble
to be.
now. No. Coco started so brilliantly. At the moment, he's let his attention be diverted. His concentration has lapsed, and he's allowed himself to be muscled out of this match. And it's still happening. Jimmy Jack Funk, relentless in his attack. Once he's on top, he won't let you go. He won't let up at all. Like we said before, Gorilla, on his victories, he's had the upper hand all the way through.
There he comes again. Nice slam, but then he doesn't follow it up. Going to try another high-risk move here. He broadcast that one.
Yes, he did. You know,
we're in the middle of last week.
He's got good ideas, Funk, but they're about 2 or 3 seconds too late, every one of them. And now he's paying for that.
Coco now beating him to the punch. Several punches. Got his attention. Oh, right in the schnoz. Using him for a punching bag right now here in the Boston Garden. Gorilla Monsoon along with Lord Alfred Hayes at ringside. Uh-oh, what was that?
Gosh.
Give us that little bird action there.
3 damaging right hands by Coco, and I think Coco's got his man where he wants him now. At last he seems to be able to do what he wants to.
Coco, with some of his antics inside the ring, reminds me a lot of the Killer Bees of him.
Yes, that's quite right. He's built somewhat like them too.
Sort of a short, fat bee. Maybe.
Yeah, a bumblebee.
You got it. He got caught, put his head down. You can't do that with a ring veteran like Jimmy Jack.
No, and Jimmy Jack, you can punish him, but he's just like Iron Mike Sharp. He'll go and go and go.
Had that left arm out of there already. No way, shape, or form was he in danger of being pinned there.
No. Another surprising thing really in this match is that Jimmy Jack Funk is stuck halfway to the rules here.
Well, he hasn't been too successful the other way. Maybe he's trying to do something different.
Yes, he hasn't abused or bent the rule book at all, really, has he?
No, he has not. Well, there's a golden opportunity for him right there. He was right in the corner where his lariat, his hangman is hanging there.
Yes.
Small package right in the corner, very close to the ropes.
Managed to get out of that somehow. I don't know what he did
got out of there. He got out of there in 2 ways. One, he got his foot in the ropes, and the other one, he kicked out of there. Coco just wasn't. Look at this.
Well, just as I was saying, just as I was saying, he hasn't been abusing the rules. Look at him now. And you're right. He's not getting away with it.
Oh, just whipping him now like a dog. What are you waiting for, referee? A card? You waiting for a letter? Referee still hasn't rung the bell. Give me a break. I was about to ring the bell, Alfred, myself.
Well, you were pretty close to it. Something came unglued upstairs.
He snapped.
Yes, he snapped. And that is what happens to you when you do snap. You lose the match.
Coco with a lariat now, trying to get back at Jimmy Jack, however, unsuccessfully. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this match by disqualification, Coco.
I'm sure that Coco did not want that kind of a victory.
Coco will take anything he can get. When you're 3 feet tall and hanging around with a pigeon, you don't have much choice.
It's a parrot. It's not a pigeon.
Pigeon, parrot.
You know, talking about hanging around, you got a guy that's been hanging around, one Benedict Arnold. What's he doing for Thanksgiving?
Oh, he's spending it with me. You remember last year? I'm going to explain to you people why I am really dressed like this. It's because I'm having a big holiday bash at my home in Beverly Hills. But the main reason is, Hogan, you remember last Thanksgiving? You spent it with Orndorff and his parents. You were brought into their home. You were one of their children. She looked upon you as a son. Where are you going to mooch a meal this year, big mouth? Where are you going to hang out this year, huh, Hogan? Enjoy your Thanksgiving, champion. It's all over, good friend.
Hope the guy upstairs is listening.
Pal.
You're in deep trouble. We'll be
the
back.
director?
Scotty McGee recently returned to the World Wrestling Federation after a very serious back injury. What a way to come back against a guy like Sika.
Hogan, how are you going to spend Thanksgiving?
What? That's over with. We're
no,
talking
it is.
about,
It's never going to be over with.
I
don't care.
You had the thing reversed anyway. It's Benedict who had dinner with the world's champion.
No. He mooched a meal off Paul Orndorff. So you have no friends. I have all the
Let's
friends.
go to ringside. Friends.
I'm enjoying my Thanksgiving, loudmouth.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First from Scotland, weighing 231 pounds, Scott McGee. His opponent will be led to the ring by the Wizard from the jungles of Samoa, weighing 299 pounds, Sika.
Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside in the Boston Garden with my colleague and longtime friend, Lord Alfred Hayes. And take a look at these two awesome creatures.
Oh, gosh.
Talk about Nightmare City. This is it.
Enough to strike fear in the heart of the most courageous person. God, just look at them.
A look of destruction on the face of Sika.
And there's the Wizard looking for the other Wizard.
Claims to be at 40,000 feet most of the time. And he says that the Grand Wizard is hovering somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yes, and he looks for inspiration, which he says he gets from the Grand Wizard.
Maybe
Look
he
at Sika. He's a giant of a man, Sika. Well over 300 pounds, looking at him there.
Young Scotty McGee will have to put it all together here if he wants to get by this big guy. That's a mistake. He's trying everything. Nothing having too much success at the moment.
No.
Look at that power move there.
Caught him in midair. Oh, golly. That was a power slam and everything all mixed into one there. Put McGee down, and I don't think McGee's going to get up so easily from that.
That won't do too much good for that previously injured back of young Scotty McGee.
No. Here's a courageous youngster, Scotty McGee, but against this awful, awful prospect of facing this man, Sika, aided by the Wizard, it's a daunting prospect.
Well, he had a back injury that would, I thought, terminate his career, Alfred. He had a crushed transverse process of the 4th or 5th thoracic vertebrae, which, you know, could, you know, that's you talking about Maine City.
Your knowledge of anatomy never fails to absolutely astound me.
Well, that was one of my favorite subjects, that and kinesiology. Oh, look out, Scotty, in hard. An elbow.
When he wants to, Sika, he can move fast too. He turns the speed on. Coming around here at this very moment, I can see the Wizard, so I'm
dragging his ponderous 400-pound body in our direction. Wizard, would you like to enlighten us a little bit? I understand that you're trying to reach and get into direct communication with the late Grand Wizard.
You know, Monsoon, the Grand Wizard told me to go down into the sewers beneath the hell of Boston Garden so you can see the other side of the view when the Samoan drop really comes, and it's coming.
Thank you for your time. I don't appreciate you spitting all over my arm, but thank you for your time. Take a hike, big boy.
Whilst you were speaking, Gorilla, the young Scott McGee was waging his war there against Sika, and it was really coming to no avail whatsoever. And Sika has dominated this match from the opening bell.
What did the Wizard say, Alfred?
Whoa! I wasn't quite sure, but I wasn't going to look at him because he looked at me earlier and frightened the living daylights out of me.
Couldn't make heads or tails out of it. I asked him a simple question. He was talking about the bowels underneath the Boston Garden. In the meantime, Scotty is getting his clock cleaned by Sika right in the middle of the ring, and now he manages. This might be the best move he made all night. Get outside the ring.
Yeah, he hasn't made any other offensive move of any effect against Sika whatsoever. Look at Sika, completely unperturbed. He's oblivious to pain, impervious to punishment. What can you do to a thing like him?
Get him a bath and a haircut.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, he didn't slam him. He drove him down into the canvas.
Nearly drove him through. Look at the ring there. He's the slam that he made has knocked the shape out of the ring.
Sika asking for applause from this crowd here is not going to get any.
I don't think so. And that is a blatant chokehold right in front of the referee. And there's nothing he can do except stop that. McGee, I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't seem to have any game plan at all left now. It's all gone. Everything's gone out the window. No offense left. His defense is absolutely down. He's in a hopeless no-win situation.
Sika staring over at the Wizard, who I think gave some kind of sign to put this youngster away. Wow, can't do it with that kind of move. Drop kick out of nowhere.
And actually floored the big man. Put him down.
Ducked underneath a big blow, but oh, leapfrog.
Nice moves by Scotty. Oh, wow! Oh, my word. Oh, you must take your hat off to Sika there. He absolutely just took that boy up on his shoulders and plunged him back first into the mat.
Sort of devastating, wasn't it?
Wow.
The winner of this match, Sika.
Sika with his hand raised in a token of victory just when Scotty thought he had things going his way as he unleashed a nice drop kick.
That was definitely a good drop kick. And here he ducked underneath that clothesline, came across with another leapfrog. But look at this, the way Sika just took him and immediately, bam!
Scotty went for a high cross body and it cost him.
Woo.
The big guy lowered the boom on him right here in the Boston Gardens. Keep your eye on Sika and the Wizard heading for higher and better things here in the World Wrestling Federation. We'll be back. Are they on your list, those two beauties? The Wizard and Sika, are they on the Thanksgiving list?
The Wizard happens to be sitting at the other end of the table, at the head.
And you're at the other end.
Naturally.
Well, still plenty more to come this week here on Prime Time. Our feature match, of course, yet to come, and also a special guest. In fact, someone...
Well, Bellomo's going to come back and gripe because he doesn't have a Thanksgiving.
No,
where he
it's
comes from
not Bellomo. It's not Bellomo.
Guido, Italy, or wherever he's
It's
from.
a guy who you probably will enjoy because he hates Thanksgiving even more than you do.
Well, I don't hate Thanksgiving. I just think it's a waste of time.
You're mocking
Everybody
it.
goes to the supermarkets. They fill up the thing full of turkey. They buy pumpkin. They buy cranberry sauce. They go home. They have a 90-course meal. The plate only holds 4 things. They watch a lousy football game. They lay on the couch. They burp all day. Then they eat turkey for the next 6 weeks. To me, that's not fun. This guy hates Thanksgiving.
That's not the idea of it at all. Boy,
That's
you
right.
are a sick
That's right.
individual.
I know the idea of it. It's to beat the Indians out of their land. I know Thanksgiving
We'll be
is.
back in a moment. Well, the time is flying by this week here on Prime Time. He is? Good. Oh, our guest has arrived. We're going to bring him on later on. He'll be on later on.
Great.
We're going to go to our feature match
He
right now.
hates Thanksgiving. He can't be too bad a guy.
Well,
Thanksgiving doesn't even have a song. Christmas has song.
He even looks like you.
The Easter Bunny has.
There's lots of songs for Thanksgiving.
Give me one. Sing me one.
Oh, please.
Sing me a song.
Why don't you give me a break?
Sing me a Thanksgiving
You obviously
song.
were never a child. You still are.
What do you
Let's
mean?
go to
Do
ringside.
I look like I'm a child?
Yes.
This match is one fall with a 30-minute time limit. A special tag team attraction. First from parts unknown. Total combined weight 575 pounds. Rex and Spot, the Moondogs. Due to a serious leg injury, he will be unable to wrestle here. However, I would like to introduce Jacques Rougeau. Taking his place from Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing 251 pounds, Leaping Lanny Poffo. And his partner from Montreal, Canada, weighing 238 pounds, Raymond Rougeau. Mr. Poffo would like to read a poem he has written for this evening.
The Rougeau family from Montreal has been making headlines for many years. Their name has been a symbol of respect. And now it's Raymond and his brother Jacques who are keeping the family tradition. They give the fans much more than they expect. They have a certain je ne sais quoi and much more than their share of savoir-faire to make the pretty young girls say ooh la la. What's the question the ladies ask the most of the Rougeau brothers? S'il vous plaît, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
the ring. Jacques Rougeau, ring announcer, stated that he had a very bad leg. He broke his toe.
Actually, it was his foot. Yes, he has 4 fractures of the, to put it in ordinary layman's terms, the big toe, and he also has a single fracture of the 3rd and the 4th toe. So if he had any more toes, they might be broken too.
He's in deep trouble.
Yeah. Good job he doesn't have 6 or 7 toes. They'd all be broken as well. No, it's...
Complaining here about Jacques not being involved in this match. I don't know what they're complaining about. They should be thankful.
I think so, definitely. But then again, Poffo, I think, is an excellent substitute for Jacques. But obviously, he doesn't have that brothers thing of where they're going to work together as a tag team. So obviously, a lot will be lost in this match because of that.
That continuity definitely will not be there that the Rougeau brothers have at all times. Maybe later on in this match, if we can get Jacques to wander over this way, we can have a few words with him.
Yes, that would be a good idea, I think.
Oh, look at that. Big Rex just ran over Raymond like a freight train. Nice leapfrog. Oh, beautiful. Monkey flip.
Oh, can that boy move or can he?
A nice monkey flip at that.
Really good moves there by Raymond.
High drop kick by Leaping Lanny Poffo. Front flip right onto the dog. Oh, Rex comes in and makes the save. And Raymond over there to get on his
ring so
kick.
quickly. Here they go together.
Look out. Well, tremendous work done here by Leaping Lanny Poffo and Raymond Rougeau.
Well, they cleaned the ring there of the Moondogs, and the Moondogs went out, had a little confrontation, consultation, I should say, with each other. Goodness knows what they are speaking about, because I don't know if they can discuss tactics or not. What do you think?
It leaves a lot to be desired of it. There's no question about that. These two guys, I don't believe, could get locked up if they really wanted to. A little short in the mental department, you might say.
Yes, they don't speak quite as lucid as some do, but however, they are very effective as a team.
Oh, look at that mule kick. Glad I retired, though.
Yes.
It's those kind of moves that make me glad.
Rex didn't see that coming and hit him with full force, but look at Rex, though. He is so tough, so strong. Well, they both are.
Both well over the 300-pound mark. I don't know about Scotty anymore. He's lost a lot of weight here in the last couple of months. Oh, look at that.
What a move.
Nice leverage move there. Flying head scissors.
Oh, my word.
And leaping is literally leaping all over the place.
He is. And I think any normal man would have been down on his back, unable to get up, instead of which, look at Spotty. He's running around trying to figure out what on earth has happened to him.
Trying to figure out which corner he left his bone in.
It's a wonder they don't get compound fractures of those bones they carry around with them.
Wow. Rex now starting to unload. Nice reversal there. Another flying head scissors. Dangerous, high-risk move there right in the corner. Oh, he got caught right in the middle of that one in the wrong part of town. Caught one right between the eyes. Leaping Lanny Poffo is not thinking about any poems right now. You can go to the bank with that.
Oh, they really are ruffians, these two Moondogs. But that, you've got to face it, that was a nice move by Rex. He caught him, held him up there, which was a sheer power move, but then he waited for his partner to come down and just lamb-based him.
Irish whip in by Spotty. Nice clothesline.
Good clothesline.
Spotty now on the second turnbuckle on the inside.
Oh.
Could be all over here. No, he kicks out.
Spotty is definitely the faster of this, the Moondogs team, but he also has power too.
Came off those ropes with a vengeance there and gave him a good shot right in that subscapularis area. Oh, now he rams him in there once again.
Oh my, I'll ask you about that area in a moment, but in the meantime,
it's a very delicate area.
Yes.
Oh, again.
Oh gosh, in that same place you were talking about.
That's that subscapularis muscle that holds that wing plate in there.
It's going up.
A handful of tights is going to get him this suplex. He's doing an awful lot of damage on Leaping Lanny right now.
He really is. Lanny, with his suppleness, managed to get his feet down first before his spine took the impact of that blow. So he did save himself to some extent. And you can do it if you're supple like Lanny Poffo. But unfortunately for Lanny Poffo, Moondog Spot still has this hold upon him, and he's not going to let him go. Look at the beautiful way there Poffo could bridge up out of that hole. Almost out. He's out now.
Oh, dropped down by Spotty right in the center. He got caught right in the scoop slam. Nice backbreaker right in there.
What an accomplished wrestler Spotty is, and he disguises it all by looking like, well, I don't know what you could say.
Well, we've got Jacques Rougeau managed to make his way over here on his crutches. Understand that you've broken at least one toe, possibly two, or Alfred thinks maybe even three.
Well, it's two of them that are broken. Surely not a pleasure sight for me to see my brother wrestle on his own right now. Thank God Lanny Poffo offered his services, but I'm sure I sure don't like to be standing here.
Well, it's a dangerous situation for you to be in, especially with those crutches. Sometimes anger can get the best of you and you do something you really don't want to do, but I don't know, the continuity that I see all the time in the Rougeau team is just not out there,
Well,
John.
I don't
And
wanna
it's easily understood.
I don't want to take nothing away from Lanny. He's a great athlete, probably one of the greatest. But my brother and I know each other from top to bottom, and we understand each other out there. And
I should hope
and
so.
I miss my brother right now.
I'm sure you do.
Could I ask a question there, Gorilla?
Sure, go right ahead.
Both you Rougeau boys are very emotional at times. Do you think if Raymond was in trouble up there, you might take a swing at one of those Moondogs with the new crutch that you're using?
I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to do that. I don't want nothing, you know, I don't know what to say. I'm just sorry I'm not in the ring right now. I feel real bad being out here and talking while my brother's out there and Lanny's taking my place and doing my job.
Thank you very much for stopping by at our table. We wish you all the best of luck, and we hope to see you back inside the ring soon.
Believe me, it won't be long, and we're looking for those world titles, and nothing's going to take that away from us because we've been working too hard and too long to drop down.
Thank you, Jacques.
One other question quickly before you go. When do you expect to be fit again?
Lanny! So, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But because, look at this. Your brother was in there and he could have made that tag. And the referee's pushing him away, Jacques. What do you think of the referee here?
No comment.
Well, Jacques is gone. Well, Jacques really bent out of shape about being on the sidelines, so to speak, but no matter what kind of injury he's got, how many broken toes he's got.
You know how he hurt his toe, don't you? He kicked the locker last week.
Please.
He did. He found out he was Raymond's sister.
You can bet that he'll be back in action soon, and we'll be back.
Bad news.
Leaping Lanny Poffo filling in for the injured Jacques Rougeau in the Boston. My guest is here. Don't worry. I told you we were going to have
this guy that enjoys holidays like that.
Well, you will. In fact, you look a lot like him. Let's go back down to ringside in the Boston Garden. God, he did not want to comment on the referee. Sometimes this referee leaves a lot to be desired as well. In the meantime, while we were gone there, Leaping has been on the receiving end, trying to get over to make a tag to Raymond, but so far unsuccessful. If he turned around right now and tried to tag, he'd catch one from Big Rex. In the meantime, Spotty doing a number now on the Poet Laureate of the World Wrestling Federation. There's a nice right hand, but not a whole lot behind it. Not enough to stop the big guy. Caught him that time. Now's a chance to tag. He's trying to make it to the corner. Didn't make it.
No, I think Lanny's making a mistake here. He's trying to do too much. Obviously stepping in as a substitute for Jacques, and he's standing toe-to-toe with the Moondogs, and you can't do that. Lanny Poffo is a very, very adept and skillful wrestler, and that's what he should concentrate on, his wrestling abilities.
Well, Alfred, how does this substitution happen? Is it just that Jacques asked Lanny to replace him, or he just happened to be here in the Boston area this particular week, or how does that work, Alfred?
No, I think that Lanny found out about the trouble.
Volunteered.
Yes, and volunteered.
Great.
He found out what they were in, the predicament they were in. He's a very courageous young man, you know. He volunteers for anything.
He certainly is. He's in deep trouble right now, though, as he's taking a tremendous beating here in the Boston Garden.
I remember seeing one time Lanny Poffo standing in as a substitute against Bundy, and he really got pasted, but he stood up to him all the way. He's got a lot of courage, maybe sometimes too much courage.
Down for the cover, 1-2. No, not enough to get the shoulders down. There's the tag. No tag was made there. Uh-oh, in trouble now. Raymond arguing with the referee. In the meantime, double team effort by the Bulldogs. Double clothesline, Lanny in deep trouble. Referee turns around, his shoulders are down, 2 count only as he got that right arm out of there. Now he's over where he can make a tag. Yes, he did. Referee said he did, yes.
Yes, he tagged. He's in.
Oh, Raymond's in on a house of fire. Look out, both Bulldogs in.
Scotty came in, and that was the wrong time for him. He's caught in the ropes.
Spotty tied up. Raymond doesn't know which one to attack. I don't blame him. They're both wide open.
Well, even so, he's down. I think now Raymond could get him. No, he didn't pin him. I think that was his golden opportunity there to pin.
Slingshot in, drop kick. Got him down low in the sternum area. 2 count now. Elford, he kicked out, but his shoulders were still down there. The referee didn't count.
And he only got that 2 count. Very questionable. Now let's watch this again.
2 again. Spotty came in, made the save, and out of nowhere, Leaping Lanny appeared. All 4 men inside the ring right now. Referee's lost control of this one. Well, there's only 3 in there now.
Yes, he made a mistake there. Lanny got in, and he shouldn't have done. His emotions.
Oh, look at Raymond. Raymond. Jacques on the outside is on his feet with the cane, duck underneath. High cross body from the outside. He couldn't make the save that time. Raymond got a little help from outside from brother Jacques. Who put the crutch to good use.
Just at the most critical time there, just a little outside help made all the difference, and Raymond snatched a victory there from what looked like certain defeat.
Let's get the official word.
Here are your winners, Leaping Lanny Poffo and Raymond Rougeau.
Well, let's go back and take a look. He should have said Jacques Rougeau as well. All kinds of mayhem had broken loose here.
Right, that's where they got rid of Poffo out the ring. And now here was the deep trouble that Raymond found himself in. Both Moondogs team up on him. They throw him into the ropes. Meanwhile, yes, look at Jack on the outside there. Now, Jack, a little help. Got him. And he's got him.
He hooked Spotty with that crutch. And Spotty still trying to make the save over the top of the referee. Valiant effort on the part of the Moondogs. There's just too many Frenchmen around for them, Alfred. We'll be back. Plenty more action to come. Obviously, Jacques couldn't control himself, as I'm sure you won't be able to control yourself when you meet our guest.
Who is coming
up? No, it's Thomas will be here. He's here. He's in the studio now, and he's a little bit disgusting because he hates Thanksgiving even more than you.
Well, great. I'm glad for that.
I told you that. But would you like to run over that list just one more time?
Of my guest?
Yes.
Oh, I'm having Moolah, myself, Orndorff, the King, Handsome Harley Race, King Kong Bundy, John Studd, Hercules, Morocco, the Snake, Jimmy Hart, Fuji, Slick, Johnny V,
Whole
Raquel
bunch of
Welch.
turkeys. Well, wrestling fans, that wraps it up for another week here on Prime Time Wrestling.
Don't worry.
Who you got now?
Who have I got coming now to the party? I'm just talking to the caterers, that's all.
Oh, I don't care.
Yes.
Aren't you interested to talk to our guest?
I've waited here long enough, Monsoon. I don't care who your
Guest is here. Bring Tommy in.
Yeah.
Here's Tommy right now. Tommy, welcome.
Hey, wait a minute.
Welcome to Prime
Get that
Time
thing away
Wrestling.
from me.
This is your friend.
That's no friend of mine.
Right here.
I don't want it. Get
Absolutely.
That thing.
This is your favorite friend, and he's all yours.
Get that thing out of here.
There goes Bobby the Brain Heenan. One turkey deserves another, I always say. And who knows? He forgot his list. He forgot everything. Tom, is you all right? Yes? You want to talk on the phone? No, that's Heenan's job, talking on the phone. I'm sure Bobby the Brain Heenan is probably halfway to the airport by now. It's obviously he wasn't too fond of turkeys. There's Tommy now, sitting down there. He's trying to figure out how to dial our new phone that Bobby the Brain Heenan had sent in. But as always, plenty of excitement, plenty of action here on Primetime Wrestling. Whenever the brain is involved, you know anything and everything that's possible can and will happen. Next week, another tremendous, exciting lineup here on Primetime Wrestling. Who knows what will appear? Until next week, Gorilla Monsoon, stay safe.